What do you think, bud? Is it gonna be a good Monday? I think it's gonna be a good Monday. So in the last clip, I introduced the vlog, and I said I was pretty sure it was going to be a great Monday. I was wrong. It was not. It was not a very good. It's not a very good Monday. One thing that happened is a piece of information, which in its current form is still a little ambiguous. It's not necessarily bad news yet. It's just like, that could be bad. And it's nothing like earth-shattering. It's not life-ending, right? But it's like a piece of bad news that we got today. And the reason I'm telling you is because if in a few weeks' time I'm like, here's some stuff that sucks, I'll point you back to this day. I'll be like, remember on February 13th? That was the day. But right now it's still a little ambiguous. So not worth talking about because I'm like, might be okay. However, one thing that did suck today is that I was sick. I mean, super sick. I have IBS, and I'm always dealing with stomach problems in some capacity. But today was bad. And I'm sure that one part of it is that I ate, Super Bowl food yesterday. That doesn't help. But then the other part of it, I think, is that I just went a week without having any caffeine. I didn't talk about it, but I cut caffeine out of my diet because I was having just some weird sleep issues. Caffeine does not typically affect my sleep, but because my sleep was so screwed up, I was like, all right, I'm just going to cut caffeine out for a bit just to make sure that I can get some rest and sleep when I need to and things like that. So I did. However, I did have caffeine yesterday. It's been a week, and I was like, I'll have some caffeine. But I had 3 or 4 cups of coffee and a Coke or something. Like, it was a long day, and we were hanging out just, for a long time with friends. And over the course of that time, I had a fair bit of caffeine. So that doesn't really ever affect my sleep much. And I slept fine. But today, I've been super sick. And I have suspected for some time that caffeine does contribute to my IBS issues. And, I'm guessing it was a cocktail of those two facts because today was awful. I mean, I could not stay out of the bathroom. And it sucked because, I've been working all day and I've been trying to get things done. And you get started working on something and then bathroom. I mean, I must have went to the bathroom like 10 times today. It was a little traumatic. It was not great. So I am hopeful that tomorrow will be better. I'm guessing that it'll kind of level out. And I'll go back to my 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Things will hopefully be okay. Anyway, it's true. Today was bad because of that. But today was also strange. And it was strange because of a singular event that happened to me. Early this morning, when I had gotten up, I had a conversation with a friend. And I have a friend who's going through something really rough. And I had talked to them earlier today, and, I went through my day, got work done, exercised, and then it was time to get a shower, and got in the shower. I had only been in the shower for maybe 2 minutes, and I thought about my friend. And I just started to cry. And that was an interesting experience, because it's been probably a while since I had what I would define as like an empathy cry like that. It's also been a while since I've cried, which is good. There hasn't been a lot of overt sadness in my life, and that's great. But it had been a while since I cried, and I think sometimes when you haven't cried in a while, once you get started, I mean, you really, like, it's almost like your body's got to catch up or something. It's been my experience. And it had been a while, and I was thinking about my friend and how difficult this situation must be for them. And I really started to kind of weep in the shower. And the thing that makes it difficult is that what they're going through, the difficulty that they're experiencing is something that I too have experienced. And it is very difficult, and it was very hard. And it, it was a situation where, like, I'm thinking about my friend and how much, I love my friend, and I don't want them to experience this pain. And then also the fact that I have experienced this, and it is, difficult, and reminiscing on my own trauma from that. And those two things together, combined with the fact that I just haven't cried in a substantial amount of time. I sat in the shower and I really bawled. And it's so strange because my day had been so bad, and that ended up becoming not a highlight. You can't call it a highlight, but like a focal point of today. Because when I got out of the shower, I was like, that was kind of an unusual experience. It's not really a thing that happens to me. And I wasn't going to talk about it on the vlog. And when I thought back through the day, I was like, that was the focal point of my day. Like, that was a moment that was very odd for me and really kind of defined the day. And I was like, I actually do want to talk about that. And so I am. It's something that I haven't dealt with in a while, to have to shed empathetic tears like that, especially to that capacity. But it just, something about the whole situation just really hit me today. And I'm grateful that the younger generation, from everything I've seen, has really done a great job of embracing things that our generation, and then even older than my generation especially, have had trouble doing. And that is embracing the emotional side of oneself, and showing that it is okay to show emotion and it's okay to cry. And I want to say bravo to everyone younger than me for that. But if you need to hear it from me, hear it from me, that it's okay. It's okay to feel sadness and shed tears in any capacity, especially for, if someone's going through something rough. Probably doubly so if you know what that is like firsthand. And it's always all right to cry. That was something I had been talking about this with someone recently, actually, how that was something that was instilled in me by my mom, like from a really early age. This concept that, like, you can always cry. That's always okay. And I think that's a helpful thing to know and to instill in a child, to be able to express oneself that way, and to, in some capacity, avoid what I would consider emotional constipation. It's something I really appreciate. I appreciated a lot of stuff about my parents, but that was especially one of them. Yeah. Weird day. It's a weird day. Anyway, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Haley's throwing a party. I'm looking forward to it. She always has really interesting things that she wants to do at her parties, like with crafts and things like that. And it's always really fun because we never really did any of that stuff at parties when I was growing up. It was kind of a different vibe or something. And I really find it genuinely fun. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. And anything will be better than today, because I don't want to spend all day in the bathroom. And I'm pretty sure I'm done doing that. Thank God. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?